Hello, everybody, and welcome to our latest episode of Tech Bites. Today is episode number 10 of our Tech Bites series, and today our talk is on tips and tools for taming your virtual workspace. So we're going to get started in just a second, but again, this is part of our Tech Bites series. My name is Andrew, and I am down here in the corner. I've got a lot of more important stuff up here today for showing you some of these great tools and tricks for how to really kind of make the most out of this digital space that we're all in right now, because it's obviously a really stressful time for everybody, and there are hopefully some great things that can be done to help you with getting your workspace as organized as possible. So let's get started. But before we do, just want to make sure that everybody is able to hear and that you're also able to see that we've got a chat going on. And if you're interested in asking any questions, feel free to just shoot something in the chat. I'll jump back and forth between this window that I'm in right now and the rest of the Tech Bite. So feel free to let us know if you are at all interested in knowing anything specific about any of these tools. So Flight Wizard, can you let me know if everybody can hear me fine? Just wanted to double check and make sure. Perfect. All right, so let's get started. Now, fantastic. So, as you likely have already experienced, oh, look at that. Look at that amazing background that we have up there. So, as you may have experienced, probably if you've been on a computer for any period of time, one of the tools that's been around for a really long time is a thing called an email aggregator. And what that is a tool like Thunderbird, which is an open source free application originally created by the team that created Firefox, and now it's sort of branched out. And what it is it's a way for you to get all of your email inboxes in the same place. So if you've got a Gmail and a Hotmail and maybe a business or a school email address, and you're always struggling to try and get all of those emails checked all the time, this is a really simple tool that you probably are already aware of to get everything in one place. Now, what's great about the tools like Thunderbird is, unlike Outlook, which is a Microsoft tool that has a cost associated with it, it's a free tool, which is pretty amazing, and it's pretty. There's some really cool features that are added onto this that sort of take go a little bit beyond the built-in mail apps that come on devices like Windows and Mac devices. But it's a good place to start. Now, this is a really cool tool for email, but I mean, we're in 2020 now, and I'm sure that most of your communication that you're doing isn't necessarily happening by email. So the question becomes, how can you better organize a lot of those email applications and messaging applications? How can you sort of bring all of it into one space? And so I want to introduce you to a couple of really amazing tools that will hopefully help you in the process of bringing all of these pieces together. The first one that I want to introduce you to is an open source software called Rambox. Now, Rambox, as you can see, it's sold as a productivity tool, and basically what Rambox is a way for you to bring all of the applications that you would normally be using as separate applications and bringing them into one window that gives you all of your notifications in one space. And so you can see in here, we've got all of these different applications. And I think that Rambox, in their paid version, I think they have something like a couple hundred different applications. And you can look at the pricing, and obviously we've got this $4 a month bill. It's here, and even if you look at that, $4 times 12 months, isn't too bad, and a lifetime license for 144. And I was really off. So 600 apps and lots of extra things. But what's great is that a lot of these amazing software companies have also released community editions. And now these are sometimes more limited, and give you sort of some really basic versions. But the great thing about Rambox is their community edition is actually pretty amazing. So you can see that they include by default 99 different applications. They allow for you to set a lock, a do not disturb. But what's amazing is this actually integrates with your notifications on your device. So whether you're on Mac or Windows or Linux, it'll actually send you these notifications as if you were getting notifications. And I think some will pop up here. But you can see some of these notifications here from Outlook, and I got some other stuff here, and Tunnelbear. I've got lots of stuff that's coming up in here, but some of them that I am actually getting are coming through this Rambox application. And I want to show you a little bit what it looks like. So once you download it and install it, it's just like a standard Windows application or Mac or Linux application. And your view that you get when you enter in initially is this right here. So what you get is a view of a whole bunch of default applications, everything from Android messages to LinkedIn messaging to different email clients. And then you can go in here and you can actually add new things. So I'm going to jump over to the chat. Does anybody have a service that you'd like to see sort of what it looks like in this platform? I'll just jump over so I can see the chat. Awesome. So I'm not seeing anything in there. But I mean, what's really great is you can even add things like Instagram in here, which I think is pretty amazing to have the ability and to get these notifications in here. So you can see up here, they also in this community edition give you the ability to kind of separate things out. So I've actually got all of the ones that are work related on one side and all the ones that are personal on the other side, so that I'm able to go and easily be able to tell when notifications come through, whether they're coming through from a work related thing or from a personal piece. And what's great is it's actually basically loading up in a portable web browser. So you can actually go in here, and if you're a developer and you've done things on Chrome or Microsoft Edge, and you can go in and see developer tools, this gives you the exact same options. So you can go in here, you can change some pieces around if that's something that you want to do, but you can also reload the application page. If something goes wrong, you can go forward and backwards. But it's amazing because it does give you the ability to actually access all of these different applications right through this system. And it's a central notification. So not only will you get the notifications through your notification center, but you'll also get them through your pop-up notifications. So if I get a notification, hopefully I will on this call, or sorry, on this stream, I'll actually get a little notification there that says how many messages that I have that are waiting for me. So Rambox is a really cool application because you can download it onto your device and you are good to go. So the nice piece about this is it's something that you can install onto your device. It's free, there's no cost, there's no tracking, none of that fun stuff, but you're able to easily have all of your different tools all in one place. Everything from messaging applications all the way down to your social media platforms. Now, what's I think nice is that there's lots of options in the world of software for productivity in the world right now. And so in addition to Rambox, which is a really great tool that's free and provided that you can download onto your device, we also have this amazing platform that is from here in Victoria, which is known as Shift. And now the Shift browser, it works in a really similar way, but this system, again, it's a local Victoria company. They're doing some really great things. And you can see that they've really built this around sort of the Google Maps Google Documents and Google Calendar and Gmail setup. So you can see that they've got a few extra options where you've got some options on the top, you've got some options on the side here as well, and there's tons and tons of integrations that they've built into there. So another great platform they're able to use. And again, it still gives you the option to do some of these tab things, but basically this is like the browser for 2020. Now with this system, it does have a paid tier, and I think that it's actually primarily a paid tier. So there is the basic, which allows for you to have 2 accounts, one app account, and then you can sort of get a lot of stuff there. But I mean, even at the $100 that you have here for the advanced, it's a pretty good deal. And the nice thing again is that you are supporting a Victoria company here. Now, maybe this is a bit too much for you, and Shift is just like, I don't know if I need this. I don't know if this is necessarily what I'm looking for. Now, there's something that's actually even a step back from that. It's another Victoria company application, and it's called Momentum Dashboard. Now, Momentum Dashboard is really cool because it is a little bit less of sort of a pure productivity app, but there are some really cool productivity features. So I'm actually going to add this to, and you can see up in the corner here, you can add it to Edge, Firefox, or Chrome, and it's just a really simple extension. So you're not needing to download and install this on your device, just putting it into your browser, and you'll see it'll just take a minute here for it to install. And then when I add this in, you can see that I'll get this, and I mean, you can put in a fake name if you want to, but all this stays on your device, and you can give them your email, or you can stay logged out. I'm going to stay logged out just because I don't want a lot of notifications from these guys. But it's great because this is also a really amazing tool for focusing you on what you should be doing today. So what's my main focus for today? My main focus is Tech Bites. So my main focus for today is Tech Bites, but I can also go in here and I can add some more to-dos. So I can add another to-do of I need to today work on project management. And you can see that I got another list there. And then I have a little bit of the ability to go through here and track things, and also to auto-focus me so I can focus on one thing at a time. Now, some of these features, again, are upgrades, but I mean, at the very sort of minimum, you're getting this really great, centralized, beautiful interface that when you log in, so you're getting your weather in the top corner here. You can add some favorite links in here. You get a default Google search, or you can set it for whatever else you want to. You have a few settings that you can change in here. So sort of what you're looking for to stay in here. So again, you can see these features that are green are sort of plus things, but there's a lot of the features that are built in here. And what I love about this is as soon as you check that off, it's like some positive reinforcement for you. And so you can continue to add some more auto focuses in here. And again, Momentum Dashboard, great tool because it's built here in Victoria. It's not intrusive. It integrates right in here. So you'll see now if I go in to Firefox again and I open a new tab, this has sort of taken the place of my default tab. So instead of seeing sort of what I would have seen before, I'm going to see this, but I'm also going to see some of my items that I've worked on. I can also track things that I've finished, and you can see there's a lot of these other settings that appear over here. So you've got some options and then the other integrations. And now I think in here, the nice piece is that the integrations are awesome. They integrate with a lot of really awesome tools that are already out there being used, and a lot of these are free as well. And so this is another way that if you're trying to tie things together without having to install a whole bunch of stuff or create an account and all the rest of that stuff, Momentum Dashboard is a really great low impact way of really sort of trying to pull together all of the chaos and craziness that is going on right now. So there's one last tool that I want to show you today, and it kind of ties into this, but it's a little bit different. But again, we're looking at taming all of these different pieces. So maybe you're not looking for something that's just in your browser for a to-do list, but you're not necessarily wanting to go and invest in something like Trello. And if you haven't heard of Trello, definitely something to check out. Trello is a Kanban board app. So basically it allows for you to go in here and track to-do lists and problems in these what are called Kanban boards of to-do, doing, done. Basically think of them as kind of virtual sticky notes, but there's some some simpler systems and some great ones, and I'm a big fan of open source self-hosted systems. And so one of the ones that's out there that has applications on Android and Firefox and Chrome and a whole bunch of other things is the Joplin application. And so what's great about Joplin is it's actually it's a tool for both keeping notes as well as creating a to-do list. It also allows for you to not be tied to any direct system because it does everything in a language called Markdown. And so I'll show you what this Joplin app looks like. And what I love about the application too is that it has some extensions for Chrome that allow for you to, let's go into top stories and let's go to HighTechU.ca. And I can actually go in here and I can do something called a web clip where I can take a clip of the complete page. I know that I've got this now and confirm. And what's great is it's actually going to automatically add this into, oh, perfect, into my Joplin. So when I open this up, this is the view that you get. So the view is basically one that you can sort of set up. You can toggle sidebars and all the rest of this stuff. But at its very basic, it's a way for you to do notes, Tech Bites episode. And you don't even need to know Markdown, but if I type in this Tech Bites title, Tech Bites description. Now, if I do this and then I put this heading tag here, it's actually going to use these. It's going to use these asterisks, or sorry, it's going to use these pound signs, and it's actually going to create that into a heading over here, which is, again, if you're in kind of the technology world, what's great about this is that actually is a fairly universal way to track things that doesn't tie you to a specific piece of software by having the stuff that you're typing recorded in any specific way. Let me jump back over there and I'm going to see if what I just took from the website. Awesome. So here is that screen grab that I just did from the HighTechU website. And you can see that the option that I'd selected was to kind of take a simplified photo of that. Now that's awesome. But if I wanted to go back over here and I wanted to get the HTML for the entire thing, or better yet, get a screenshot, this is actually going to go right over into my Rambox. Into my Joplin app. So if I go here, now I've got a screenshot of that. It's saved, and it's great because this actually syncs with my other devices. So if I click on the synchronize down here, I am able to synchronize that with the mobile application that I have. So I'm just going to go in here, and this is the mobile application. It looks really simple. Says synchronize. Awesome. So it's creating some items and it's synced all that stuff. And now I'm going to go into my notes. I'm going to pull up that empowering future innovators, and you can see in here that it's just loading right now, but I have actually got that image that I just, oh, there we go. And that image that is right on my screen is now also here on my device. So a really great way for you to both record notes, take screenshots, as well as doing to-do lists. So you can actually add to-do lists. Need to upload TechBite. TechBite. Oh, that's definitely not spelled right. TechBite to YouTube. Whoa, we're not typing well today, but that becomes its own item, and I can actually add some more description pieces in here, and this all gets tracked here. I can even add an alarm that I want to be set by a certain time. So 5 o'clock, I want there to be an alarm set that gives me an alarm on here if I haven't gotten something done, but then I'm actually able to track that in here, and when it's done, I can make it so that that actually disappears, although it's still tracked there. So a really great tool for note-taking or to-do that also integrates directly with your phone. So we're gonna see what's going on and why we're getting so much lag here, but I'm gonna close that down. And we're gonna jump back over here. We've got a few viewers on the stream. Just gonna take an opportunity to see if there's any questions that are out there about some of these applications, because the great thing about all of these is they're all free and available to you. So definitely worth checking out if you are interested in sort of really trying to tame that virtual workspace that you have. These are some great tools that are available for you, that are also, a lot of them are made here in Canada. So some really exciting work and some really great open source projects that you'll definitely want to check out. So in the spirit of Tech Bites, that is it for today for our really short session on open source and cool tools to tame your virtual workspace. My name is Andrew, and I am so excited to have had you here on the stream today. If you're interested in learning more about Tech Bites and about the HighTechU program, definitely check us out. At HighTechU. Oh, there were some questions. Awesome. All right, let's see. Oh, awesome. Great question. So why would someone use this over their pin tabs in their browser? Awesome question. So pin tabs are great. But you're limited in sort of what you can do with them. So if we go back over to Rambox, what's great about this is I've got a little bit more freedom about how this looks and the settings that I can apply. And it's designated and it runs separately. So if I want to have my service bar on the left, save that. So now I've got all of my programs over there, and I can go through and track them. So I get a little bit more freedom versus with the standard tab browsers. You're not really getting a huge amount of freedom about where things go, but also just having it as a separate designated location where you're getting those notifications. A lot of the time, desktop applications like Chrome and Firefox won't give you notifications. So if your big thing is knowing when things have come through, this is a really good tool to use. All right, let me look and see if there were some more questions in here. Awesome. And great point from Flight Wizard about Trello. It's a great tool. If you are looking for something to do your project management, Trello is awesome. It's an awesome platform to use. So definitely worth checking out. Awesome. So yeah, so again, I'm Andrew from HighTechU. If you're interested in finding out more about Tech Bites or HighTechU, check us out at hightechu.ca. Information is in the chat there. And we hope that you will join us for our Tech Bites session in the next couple of weeks. We were aiming to have our Tech Bites sessions every week moving forward, as well as check out our Q&A corner, which will be happening tomorrow. Same time, same place, and an exciting new guest every week. Awesome. So awesome. And this is actually great. So you saw, I just got a notification that came through over here, and you can see that now I've got that one notification. And if I go in here, I can see that it came from this Slack instance. So it's a really great way for you to see sort of how that application works. And you saw that the notification popped up there. So a great reason for doing this and keeping it going a little bit longer. So again, I'm Andrew. This was Tech Bites episode 10, taming tools and tricks for taming your virtual workspace. I'm so thrilled that you were able to join us today, and make sure to tune in again next week.